The Vigilant Yaksha of Liyue Xiao is going to have a rerun banner in Phase 1 of the 2.7 update along with Yelan. We'll be covering Yelan's build once we try it out during her release. For now, we'll be talking about our animal adapters who plays the perfect role of DPS. Xiao is all about dealing high consistent damage, especially during his bursts. So you want to provide him with a weapon that gives him crit stats. Of course, at the top of the list is Primordial Jade Spear with 674 base attack and 22.1 crit rate at level 90. This weapon is good as not only it provides high base attack, but also a decent crit rate and increased attack based on its passive. You can then focus on crit damage as you can get sufficient crit rate from his weapon and 1 or 2 crit rate substats from artifacts. Another 5-star choice would be Staff of Homa with 608 base attack and 66.2 crit damage at level 90. It may not be the most efficient 5-star weapon, but still good enough to deal decent damage. For 4-star choices, Deathmatch is one of the good ones as it provides 454 base attack and 36.8 crit rate at level 90. Its passive also provides you with attack buff, which is dependent on number of enemies on the field. Blackcliff Pole is another polearm that is decent for Xiao as it gives 510 base attack and 55.1 crit damage at level 90. You can receive an attack buff after defeating an enemy with the weapon. The old meta for Xiao would be giving him 2-piece very decent Venerer and 2-piece Gladiator for his DPS build. This build is pretty decent for he can get additional animal damage bonus by 15% and attack by 18%. You could try experimenting him with 4-piece very decent Venerer, which gives you an increased swirl damage by 60% and also decreases opponent's elemental resistance to the element infused in the swirl by 40%. Now with the new artifact Vermilion Hereafter, it is arguably the best artifact set for Xiao because 2-piece provides an additional 18% increased attack and 4-piece basically provide an additional 8% attack buff when the character uses their elemental burst. An additional 10% attack buff will be added when the character loses health. Now as you all know, Xiao loses health as he enters his burst mode. So this 4-piece effect suits him for he can earn a 10% attack buff every time he loses health, and this attack buff can be increased up to 4 times. Xiao will end up receiving a total of 66% attack buff from 4-piece Vermilion Hereafter, which is quite a lot. For his artifact stats, you want to focus on attack percentage for Sands, animal damage bonus on Goblet, and crit damage or crit rate for Circlet. As for the substats, you want to focus on crit rate or crit damage, followed by attack percentage, energy recharge, elemental mastery, and flat attack. Xiao's main source of dealing high damage is his burst, so you want to prioritize upgrading his burst, followed by his skill and normal attack. So that is all for today's video. Hope you guys find this guide for Xiao useful. I wish you all good luck for all you Xiao sims out there when pulling him. Don't forget to leave a like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.